Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is John with Tommy's Top Picks here to bring you your Pokemon market update. Let's get into it. Not too much to go over today. It's a pretty quiet market, in fact. It did take a little extra effort to find that out. It sure did look like a fantastic market with lots of great deals, and then when I dug into it, yeah, they were all not real. That is how it goes with Pokemon. Man, there's a ton of either scammers or just different types of vendors selling it in different ways, including loose packs under booster boxes. I don't know how that can qualify and why TCG Player allows that, but they do. Anyways, let's jump in and see what we see. There is a few things that have popped up, so it's kind of cool. Astral Radiance is up 8.05% to 127 from 118. This is a pretty good jump. I don't think we've seen it this high ever before. So if you have your Astral Radiance boxes you've been sitting on and you're looking for those 20% type gains, especially if you bought back at this last dip in December over here, then yeah, I mean, 20 to 30% is not bad. It depends on how fast you want to flip things. Obviously, things go up more over time. But selling into a hype market is a good thing to do, typically speaking. Obviously, not financial advice, as so many of you like to poke at me with. Anyways, Brilliant Stars up 7.35%, $182 from 170. We did see this dip to 172, so we're kind of just reverting to the mean here. We're a little bit lower, so we'll look at the chart. But this peak was higher than this one, so I'm worried that we're looking at an actual downtrend on this overall. We'll take a look. We'll see what it looks like on the charts. Obviously, it was higher in the past at this 185 mark, and now we're kind of cooling off even at this new high. Chilling Reign 144.50, 7.43% up from 134. Nothing really special here. It is a new high for it, but I don't feel that we're going to see this as like the place it's holding. Although I did hear, I think it was Rudy was talking about Chilling Reign being kind of a hype situation right now. I don't fully understand that. If you know why, leave a comment. I don't think Chilling Reign was anything too special. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does stay elevated, but for me, it doesn't look like it. We'll take a look at the charts and see what that looks like in particular. So Brilliant Stars and Chilling Reign to keep an eye on the charts and see what patterns are evolving. Speaking of evolving skies, nothing really special here. It did look like it at first, but then when I dug in, it wasn't. So we're actually only up by a penny, and I actually think that's a rounding error on my part. I think it was 159.99 or something. It was very close. So 2 pennies doesn't count. Just so you know, on this front, this evolving skies craziness front. We'll see how that one continues to stay elevated. I do think it will. I think we will see some reprints. I don't know if Evolving Skies gets it. We've talked about this in the past, but more and more people are saying, look, if we don't see or hear something in this next few weeks, then it's not happening. And I think that's a pretty realistic take. Even if it does happen, I'm guessing based on the lack of news, lack of rumor mill, lack of hype around different prints and stuff, that nothing is really going to change the market dynamics. I think most of these things will stay elevated, and it's really just going to be eaten up pretty quickly. Vivid Voltage up 16.44% for our big winner this week. 144 from 124. That's crazy. I know I was talking about this for a while. I didn't pull the trigger. I feel bad about that. I probably should have back then, because I was definitely looking at this, both box and case, and I think it might be a little bit too late. But pretty good. On cases, it is steady Eddie. Nothing's going on. And then looking at Scarlet and Violet, continued declines. Another 3.9 and 3.7 box and case relatively. Not enough to get a heat map marking, but is still on the decline. This is pre-order, so kind of expected. It's also at a new MSRP, so it started really high. I'm a little concerned about this new MSRP. Tommy and I talked about this on the podcast a bit. We saw it with Magic, we saw it with Flesh and Blood. When the new MSRP came out, there was a decline in the overall market, and it just, the market has to adjust to the new pricing. It doesn't last long, but it does put, pressure on people's wallets, right? So what you see is less purchases, same kind of numbers. So if you spend $1 million as a store, you continue to spend $1 million, but you get less products. less products means, less supply in the market, and the demand typically drops off too because of the excess expense. That's what happened with the other two when they did their MSRP changes. We'll see what happens with Pokemon. It is a different beast, so it may not be as bad, but I do worry that we'll see a cooling post Scarlet Violet release, as everyone kind of adjusts to the new prices. All right, let's jump into the charts. Sword and Shield base set, nothing really to talk about here. Came down a little bit, flatlining at this 290 range. I think it's a perfectly healthy step to take from the 255 staircase before. So hanging out in 290s is fine. Even if it was down to 285, I think that's perfectly fine just sitting in that range for a while until we get the new kind of figuring out where the market is with this new set. And then supply running out over time. I don't see it as a big deal. Moving on to Rebel Clash. Nothing really special here. Just flatline as it's been for a while. Premium's intact. Nothing special there. On to Darkness Ablaze. Yep, still kind of where it was. As we said, nothing really special on most of these. Vivid Voltage. Okay, so we're seeing the price jump up to meet this case jump. If you recall, a couple weeks ago, the case jumped up, and I think I was lamenting the case fail. Like I failed to buy the case at this point. Well, the boxes have followed. This seems to be a very common pattern. A case will go up, and then the box will follow, and we'll see if the case climbs afterwards. Now, this has been in a lot of crossing patterns here, so it wouldn't surprise me if either the case came down, the box went up and past it, and we do get an ARB opportunity. Darkness Ablaze has given us a lot of those in the past. Eventually, it will settle with that premium, and that time could be now. So, it may never do the crossing over again, but it is something to keep an eye on. Really kind of sad I missed that one because I called it, and I wanted it, and I just didn't pull the trigger. I don't remember why. Battle Styles continues to climb. Nothing really special here, but it's in that $100 range. 110, I guess, with shipping and everything. Nothing really crazy here. It's just kind of steady Eddie. Moving on. Chilling Rain. Yeah, we want to take a look at this chart. Okay, so chart's not actually showing anything too crazy. What do we have? What is this number? God, it's hard to read that. It's like 132. And 132, 144. So we're talking $8 ARB opportunity. Nothing really special there, because that's not your costs are going to eat up that opportunity. But it is interesting that it has increased over the last week. Maybe worth waiting out and looking for a new one. Maybe worth, if you're on the case and sit situation, like I like to do, buying the case now, holding it until it crosses back over, sort of thing. That would be a reasonable thought process. At least that's how I look at it. Again, not financial advice. I know you guys in the comments are going to say you're taking all the financial advice. You're saying you're going to take a mortgage out. Don't do that. God, you guys harass me with that nonsense. Evolving Skies is boring and nothing happening there. Just kind of steady Eddie up and to the right. Continues to climb. Nothing too crazy. Fusion Strike. All right, so we have a bit of ARB opportunity. Nothing too crazy. It looks like it's only like $5. So let's see. Yeah, it's $5. If you want to see what I'm looking at, there's these numbers down here. That's what feeds the chart, and I just look to see what the numbers actually are because I can't quite see them. They're too crowded on here. I might have to change the way the chart's showing because this happens too frequently. Anyways, nothing too crazy on Fusion Strike. Brilliant Skies. This is always an insane chart. Look at this thing. What is this? Oh man, I wonder if these were like BS prices. Like this was, maybe it was like 164 plus 15 in shipping, so it was actually up here. I don't know what happened. Excuse me. I don't know what happened to this chart, but it is madness. It is madness. Well, $1, or actually only a 50-cent ARB opportunity. Oh, I'm sorry. No, $1.50 ARB opportunity. Go get it. All right, moving on. Astral Radiance. All right, we do have an ARB opportunity here. It's $4 and some change, or maybe 3 and some change. Nothing too crazy. We are seeing that volatility in the cases. You see this little double hump happening. We see this volatility happen right before an upward movement to the next level. It looks like the boxes are kind of following suit. They're a lot more stable though. So yeah, it just climbs, flat lines, and it's climbing. We may see some madness start, and then a new tier. We might get up to that, that 140 range or whatnot. We were looking at that. It is kind of a continual increase on this product, so I do expect that will continue to happen. The one variable on this is if they do a reprint on Astral Radiance. We don't know if they're going to go that far back. It's only a few sets back, but we never did get it on Lost Origin or Silver Tempest, so those ones feel like a definite. But Astral Radiance, we just don't have word. I haven't heard one way or the other, honestly. Lost Origin, speaking of, up and to the right into the 140 range. That is crazy for a product that's that recent. I don't know what to say about this. It feels overdone. I know people say it's good for the meta. There's like some really killer cards in there, but feels too fast to get this high. To me, let me know in the comments if I'm wrong. Tell me I'm full of crap. Just don't tell me you're going to take a mortgage. God, guys, you stress me out when you say that stuff. I really do worry. I don't want anyone to lose all their house and all this stuff because of Pokemon cards or whatever. All right, so just keep your mortgages focused on your housing. Make sure you're invested in multiple things. That's just how it's a smart move. Make sure you're diversified. Don't put it all into Pokemon. It's crazy. You got to have your own, have a house, have your 401k, diversify into multiple asset classes. This should be a minute part of your total portfolio. That's just, sound thinking financially, but it's not financial advice. This is just entertainment about cardboard and Pokemon. Silver Tempest is doing nothing too crazy. Premium's intact. We've seen this crossover a bunch of times. I don't really see anything crazy happening here for a while because I think everyone's pretty certain we're going to get a reprint, right? Now, how big is the reprint? Will it actually put downward pressure on the prices? Probably not. It will probably just keep it steady where it is, which is fine because it's a recent set. Well, that is it. If you enjoy this content, hit the like button, subscribe, leave me a comment, and tell me how you're going to take a mortgage out, and I will cry into my cereal tomorrow morning when you watch this. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good time. I hope you're enjoying this hobby that we love, opening packs, playing games like Tommy. Maybe we get to see some online play with Scarlet Violet. I know I'm going to give it a shot. If it's fun, maybe me and Tommy will do some videos on it. We'll see. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a good one, and I will see you next time.